Okay, here we are logged into Google Apps. We're going to create a form today to use for assessment in our class. And so I'm going to go to Create in the upper left here. Click that. And the options, the one we are going to choose is Form. Right away it's going to ask me for a name. And so I'm going to call this Check-in or Quick Check number 1. And here's where I put the instructions for the students. Questions. I'll let you take a peek at that. So here we have the title. Answer the following questions. And now we're going to go ahead and put in a question title. I like to number these, so I'll put question 1. I'll write, how well did you understand the lesson? This could have been anything. Could have been a video. And help text, that's where you could put some instructions if you wanted. I'm not going to put any instructions. You can choose a different question types. I'm going to choose multiple choice. And here is where I'm going to choose my choices. I'll say the first one, I don't get it. The second option, I understand some of it. Maybe half. I want to be description here, or descriptive here. Third option will be, I understand most of it. And the last option will be, I understand all of it. And we'll say make this a required question. We'll say done with that question. So here you can see my choices I'm giving students. And this will be a nice way for me to tell quickly how well they get it. Sample question 2 I'm just going to delete. So you could add other questions if you wanted. By the way, if I decided now, I want to add another question, up at the top here, it does let you add another item. And so I could add more questions. So if I wanted to add, let's say I just wanted to add a quick text question. You could add paragraph text. You can add all sorts of different options. You can do scales and grids. This is really made to survey students or anyone. So I'm going to say a text question. And here's where I could type. Again, I'm going to number this, number 2. I'm going to say, tell me your favorite thing from the video. So if they just watched a video. And I'm going to change it from text to paragraph text here to give them a little room. And we'll say less than, or use less than, if I could type, than 100 words. Okay. Now I'm going to make this a required question and say done. Okay. I could, I'm going to go up to these settings now. Here, you can allow users to edit their responses. I like to do that. You can require them to sign in. That lets you keep track, and you can automatically collect their username. You may not want to, but I like to check all these. I like to keep my students accountable. You can change the theme. I'm not going to go into that in this video because we're already over 4 minutes, but you can change it to look kind of fancy. One quick thing I'm going to show you over at the top right over here under More Actions. You can check that, and you can change the confirmation message that students get at the end of when they complete this form. So I'm going to click Edit Confirmation. And here it says, right now it just says your response has been recorded. I'm going to highlight that and say, thanks for the feedback. See you in class tomorrow. Mr. G. And here, I'm going to go ahead and save that after that. I don't want them to see what the other student said. I'm just going to say save. One last thing. This is the editing screen. So down at the very bottom, there's a little link to go to the live form. I don't even know if you can see it on this video. Let me see if I can get it down to there. There you go. Now you can probably see it right there at the bottom. I'm going to click on that. And now it takes me into the form where the students are going to get to. And here's where it tells them you're going to collect your username and they can answer the question. So I could say, I understand most of it. I could say the singing bears were my favorite part. So when I'm done, I can submit this, and it gives me the message that I put in. Thanks for the feedback. See you in class tomorrow. What I wanted to show you about this is I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to the form again. Here it is at the very top. This web address here. This is what I need to copy to put on my class website or anything else. So that students can get to the form. So I would highlight that web link at the top, and then I would copy it, and then I'll be all set to paste it. So I would highlight that address. I have to be on the form where students can type to do this. It doesn't help me if I'm back in the editing screen. And then I click Control or Command C. Depends if you're on a Mac or PC. And now I have that whole web address copied, and I'm ready to paste that into my website for students then to click on and access the video or access this survey. Thanks.